Here's the point of the pencil. The amount of fentanyl you can put on the point of a pencil will kill you. Let me say that again. The amount of fentanyl that you can put on the point of a pencil will kill you. Today, fentanyl dealers can carry up to 40 grams of fentanyl before they face the mandatory minimum 5 years.
Welcome back to Hot News Today. Tonight, Senator John Kennedy introduced a bill to fight America's fentanyl crisis, but Democrats in Congress blocked it, leaving many demanding answers. Stay with us as we break this down.
Fentanyl dealers. I hope there's a special place in hell for them. Fentanyl dealers. Today is National Fentanyl Awareness Day. Last year, in 2021, fentanyl killed 71,000 Americans. If you break down these sterile statistics, you'll see that somebody in our country dies from fentanyl poisoning every 7 seconds. There ought to be a special place in hell for fentanyl dealers. And these aren't just sterile statistics, Mr. President. These are real people, and they have real families whose lives are torn apart. A lot of these deaths occur among young people. Fentanyl is now the leading cause of death for Americans who are 18 to 49. From 2020 to 2021, fentanyl deaths in our country increased by 24%. It was even more among young people. What you allow is what will continue. And today, this body, the United States Congress, allows fentanyl dealers to carry on their person, if they would like to, enough fentanyl to kill 20,000 Americans before they face a mandatory 5-year minimum sentence if they're caught.
Fentanyl is not just another drug, it's a weapon of mass destruction. In 2021, fentanyl killed over 71,000 Americans, one person every 7 minutes. It's now the leading cause of death for Americans aged 18 to 49. Senator Kennedy said there ought to be a special place in hell for fentanyl dealers.
Until these fentanyl dealers have to deal themselves with real consequences, I think the carnage is going to continue. I have a bill. It's called the Fairness in Fentanyl Sentencing Act of 2023, and it will change what I just talked about drastically. It will reduce the amount of fentanyl that a fentanyl dealer has to possess before facing the mandatory minimum 5 years of prison. Now, Mr. President, I know you know this, but when you're dealing with fentanyl, the amounts really matter. Fentanyl is 50 times more potent than heroin. Not 5, not 15, 50 times more potent. It takes only 2 milligrams to kill you. Here's a pencil. Here's the point of a pencil. The amount of fentanyl you can put on the point of a pencil will kill you. Let me say that again. The amount of fentanyl that you can put on the point of a pencil will kill you. Today, fentanyl dealers can carry up to 40 grams of fentanyl before they face the mandatory minimum 5 years of prison. And with me today, Mr. President, is one of my colleagues, Mr. Wesley Davis, who's also a good lawyer, I might add. This is 40 grams of fentanyl. It's not actually fentanyl, it's flour. But if the flour were fentanyl, this would be 40 grams. You can have this much. You have to have this much before you get a minimum 5-year sentence. And remember, the pencil, enough to go on the head that goes on the head of a pencil can kill you. But you've got to have this much. I don't know how many pencil points this is, but it's a lot. You've got to have this much to get a minimum 5-year sentence. 40 grams. It would kill 20,000 people. This amount will kill every member of this body 200 times over. Every member of this body 200 times over.
He showed that just a pencil tip's worth can kill instantly. Let that sink in. 20,000 lives for just one dealer's stash. Kennedy's Fairness in Fentanyl Sentencing Act would have lowered the threshold for mandatory prison time from 40 grams to just 2. It also targeted deadly fentanyl analogs, making sure dealers faced real consequences. But when Kennedy pushed the bill in the Senate, Democrats blocked it, arguing it might harm addicts. In the end, the bill was stopped.
We need a sentencing scheme that looks like somebody designed the damn thing on purpose. Now, we need to have a criminal code that reflects fentanyl's lethal force. My bill, the Fairness in Fentanyl Sentencing Act of 2023, it's pretty simple. It will cut the fentanyl threshold for the 5-year mandatory minimum sentence from 40 grams to 2 grams. From 40 grams to 2 grams. Now, you're not going to have 2 grams of fentanyl on you unless you're dealing. It would reduce the legal threshold for fentanyl analogs as well. Fentanyl analogs, these are synthetic copycats of fentanyl. And actually, they can be even more lethal than pure fentanyl itself, these analogs. Today, if a dealer can carry up to 10 grams of fentanyl analogs, today, I should say, a dealer can carry up to 10 grams of fentanyl analogs before facing the 5-year mandatory minimum sentence, and my bill would drop that threshold down to half a gram. By doing this, Mr. President, my bill helps our criminal code reflect the reality that fentanyl is not like other drugs. It's not. I mean, as bad as meth is, as bad as PCP is, as bad as crack cocaine is, as bad as heroin is, as bad as powdered cocaine is, fentanyl is in a class by itself.
In Louisiana, the numbers are terrifying. In New Orleans, 94% of overdose deaths were tied to fentanyl. In East Baton Rouge Parish, 88% of overdose deaths involved fentanyl. In St. Tammany Parish, 10 or 11 people die every month, mostly young people unknowingly poisoned by fentanyl-laced drugs. This is happening everywhere, not just Louisiana. At the border, Customs and Border Protection seized over 14,000 pounds of fentanyl in 2022, enough to kill every American. Most comes from Mexican cartels run by El Chapo's sons who cut fentanyl into other drugs to boost profits. Senator Kennedy's Narco Act would label these cartels as terrorists, but Congress hasn't acted. Fentanyl is the deadliest drug America has ever faced. Kennedy's bill would punish dealers with enough poison to kill towns. Democrats blocked it. Congress is letting fentanyl dealers get away with mass murder.
This bill isn't about addiction. A lot of these people don't even take their own product. This is about people, fentanyl dealers, who deal death every day to make money. And there ought to be a special place in hell for them. And this Congress, this Senate, punishes them less than we punish somebody dealing meth. Mr. President, as if in legislative session, I ask unanimous consent that the Judiciary Committee be discharged from further consideration of S. 878, and the Senate proceed to its immediate consideration. Further, Mr. President, I ask that the bill be considered read a third time and passed, and that the motion to reconsider be considered made and laid upon the table.
Is there objection?
This isn't politics, this is about saving lives. Dealers walking free means more dead sons, more grieving families. At the very least, they deserve prison. How many more Americans have to die before Washington takes action? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to know where you stand. Don't forget to subscribe to Hot News Today for breaking updates.